So this is our brand new rosé, just released 2 weekends ago.
Alan Gregorius never dreamed he'd work in the wine industry.
Got the Albarino, Spanish varietal.
But here, in the tasting room at Elsum Cellars, he feels at home.
Even in my family, Filipino culture, there's not that much influence in wine. Mostly spirits, beer, but it's crazy now how much I'm called during family, gatherings, or I'm the wine guy now of the family.
What it does say is hand-harvested grapes.
Alan credits the Northwest Wine Academy with helping him to learn more about the industry and advance his career in the world of wine.
Cool. Let's taste some wines.
The one thing that I loved about those classes were how hands-on they were. That's one of the things with wine, especially like if you're learning how to taste, being to go into a classroom and then being curated by a sommelier as well, kind of opens your eyes.
The Northwest Wine Academy is located on the campus of South Seattle College. It was established in 2004 and is the only working and teaching winery in Western Washington.
This is basically the process in AAL, so we'll let that run for 10 minutes.
The Academy offers certificates and degrees in wine production and marketing and sales, opening doors for a lot of people who never thought they would end up working in wine.
It's around, and like the Sangiovese.
Nihal Wilembe grew up in India and is an international student who found his way to the Academy.
I'm doing the marketing and sales in food and wine, currently taking classes like food and wine pairing, wines of the world, and business operations.
Wilembe has big dreams. He believes his schooling will enable him to open his own restaurant someday.
Hopefully work in a restaurant as a sommelier for a couple of years and then probably move back home and open up my own restaurant because my interest is both culinary and wine.
Lenny Reed leads the culinary side of the Academy. He's worked in the industry for several decades and has a passion to help students like Wilembe fulfill their dreams.
Here we've got restaurants and retailers, importers. We have graduates that have come out of the program that have started import companies. They're working for import companies. We have people that are working for distributors that have started distributors. And again, a lot of the sommeliers. I can't walk into a restaurant in this town and not have one of the graduates, run into a graduate of the program.
This is a very standard procedure.
John Darren is the winemaker and winemaking instructor. He says he has students of all ages and backgrounds learning about wine.
We have a real strong focus on diversity here. We have students of every imaginable background you could see. We have students that are international. We have students that are, either older or come from, backgrounds that don't necessarily aren't classically aligned with the winemaking community.
The Academy also has a tasting room that reopened in late 2022 after it shut down during the pandemic. This allows the public to sample its wines and gives students hands-on experience in a tasting room.
There it is.
And it's not just the students who appreciate the classes that are offered here. The wine industry recognizes the benefits of the Academy as well.
The program does better, they do better. We are one of the main suppliers for a lot of the, labor coming into, all of Seattle. So a lot of the people who have gone on to be very successful there did go through this program.
Have you been here before?
Back at Elsum Cellars, which is a female-owned and led winery located in Sodo, Jody Elsum, the owner and founder, wishes the Academy was open when she went to school. She had to commute from Seattle to Prosser when she took classes through the WSU Extension program.
And they just want to share that knowledge, and they have a passion for sharing it with everyone. So it's been a huge benefit. And we see it in our employees. They come with a special passion for the wine and inherent knowledge that you wouldn't typically see.
Elsum values the Northwest Wine Academy so much she's hired employees who've taken courses there, including her winemaker.
Having it so close to where a lot of people live, and there is a lot of passion for wine in this area. We don't have a lot of vines here, but being able to make it in the city and learn about wines from around the world, it's a very global industry.
This is actually the first wine that I ever had the experience of personally bottling. I had no idea that there was any wine program in Western Washington. And so I had started looking into it, thinking I don't want to go for a full degree. I don't ever want to make wine. I don't, particularly at this point in my life, want to work full time. So I contacted them and said, can I just take classes? And they were super open to that.
This is our Movedra.
Gregorius plans to take more classes at the Academy while working at Elsom Cellars to earn his AA degree along with a wine certificate. This will allow him to continue working in the field he's so passionate about.
Let's mix them together, right?
He believes the Academy is critical to the growth of wine in Seattle,
That's cool, guys.
especially for those with diverse backgrounds who want to further their education in this growing field.
Wine's starting to be a lot more accessible nowadays, which is awesome. And there's always been that stigma. But yeah, there's a lot more people of color, Asian, Black, everyone's starting to get into it, which is awesome.
Watch CityStream Tuesday nights at 7 on the Seattle channel, or find us anytime online at seattle.gov.